Hey guys! Today we've got some huge updates to go through and trust me, every single one of them is worth your attention. We're looking at 4 major developments surrounding NIO that could shape its future trajectory in a very real way. From fresh order surges and upcoming flagship models to product quality issues and customer buying behavior, there's a lot to unpack. So, stick with me till the end because each story connects to the bigger picture of where NIO is headed in the electric vehicle race. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research. Let's dive straight into the first headline, and this one's a game changer. According to several sources familiar with NIO's internal numbers, the company has recently locked in over 10,000 new vehicle orders in a single week. That's a massive acceleration in demand and a clear sign that customer interest is heating up again. If this kind of order momentum continues, week after week, we're talking about an enormous ramp-up in deliveries for the months ahead. What's really interesting is the kind of backlog that's building up behind these orders. Right now, the official NIO app is showing a waiting period between 24 to 26 weeks, which roughly translates to 6 months. However, NIO sales representatives are already telling buyers that if they place an order today, delivery might not happen until July or even August of next year. That's a serious waiting list, which tells us 2 things. 1, the company is absolutely flooded with demand, and 2, production capacity is going to be running full throttle well into mid-2026. If they maintain this pace, we're likely to see incredible delivery figures in the first, second, and even third quarters of 2026. This strong demand could position NIO for one of its most successful years, yet a potential turning point for its sales and revenue trajectory. Now, on to our second major story, and it's a visual stunner. We've got leaked images of NIO's next big release, the ES9 SUV, scheduled to officially launch in the first quarter of next year. This vehicle is shaping up to be a complete powerhouse. From what's been revealed, the ES9 looks absolutely enormous compared to the ES8. In fact, it's being described as the SUV equivalent of the ET9, meaning it's a flagship luxury model sitting right at the top of NIO's lineup. This thing is massive, technologically advanced, and built to make a statement. Think of it as the Rolls-Royce of NIO, a vehicle designed for those who want the best of everything. Of course, it won't come cheap. This car will target top-tier buyers, the kind of customers who see their car as both a mobility tool and a symbol of power, innovation, and prestige. The ES9 will likely showcase NIO's most advanced tech stack yet, pushing the company's capabilities to a new level. Moving on to story number 3, something that NIO investors and buyers should definitely pay attention to. There have been reports of quality issues with the new ES8. One recent owner, who had his car for less than a week, reported a malfunction involving the center console's wireless charging unit, apparently caused by a wiring issue. While this isn't a widespread problem, it's a reminder that first-batch vehicles often face teething issues. In fact, NIO's CEO himself has mentioned in earlier interviews that initial production batches tend to have a slightly higher risk of defects, something common across the entire auto industry. Now, some people are wondering if this could lead to a recall. Personally, I don't think it's at that level just yet. The issue appears fixable at service centers, although it can't be resolved through an over-the-air update. The repair process involves disassembling parts of the front trunk and manually adjusting or replacing the faulty wiring, a time-consuming process, but not catastrophic. However, this situation does echo a similar issue NIO faced during the ET5 launch, where they actually did initiate a recall due to a wiring problem at the front of the vehicle. So if NIO ends up taking that route again, it wouldn't be too surprising. Still, it's worth noting that the company has a pretty strong track record of addressing these problems quickly and maintaining transparency with customers. Now for the fourth and final story, one that gives us an inside look at buyer preferences for the new ES8. This internal data reveals what configurations customers are actually choosing, and it says a lot about market behavior. When it comes to seating options, a whopping 56.4% of buyers went for the 6-seater luxury version, while 42.2% chose the 6-seater Signature Edition. Only about 1.3% opted for the 7-seater luxury configuration. That's a very clear message: the 6-seater layout is overwhelmingly preferred. Why? Because it offers comfort, style, and that luxury experience that NIO customers are clearly seeking. One standout feature customers love is the adjustable second-row seat, especially the right-side one that can move horizontally for added space and flexibility, a feature that's still unique in the SUV market. Now, let's talk colors. Nearly half of all buyers, 47.9%, went with a black exterior. White came in second at 22.4%, followed by gray at 13.6%, blue at 6.6%, gold at 4.1%, and green at around 2%. So it's pretty clear most people prefer the sleek, low-profile black design that blends elegance with a hint of mystery. As for interior choices, 46.4% of customers picked the brown wooden theme, followed by 23.8% going for red wood, 15.8% choosing blue, and 12.7% opting for pearl white. Once again, that brown interior stands out as the dominant favorite. It perfectly matches the kind of high-end vibe NIO aims to deliver with its premium lineup. And now comes one of the most revealing details of all battery purchase behavior. According to the data, 73.7% of ES9 buyers chose to rent the battery, while only 26.3% decided to purchase it outright. This is fascinating because it shows that NIO's battery-as-a-service BaaS model is becoming a major success factor. There are a few big reasons why customers are leaning toward renting. For starters, when you rent the battery, your car's invoice value is lower, which means you pay less in purchase tax. That's a financial incentive that makes a real difference. Secondly, renting offers peace of mind. If something goes wrong with the battery, say, it's damaged in an accident, you don't have to deal with insurance disputes or replacement costs. NIO simply handles everything, because the battery technically belongs to them. However, buying the battery also has its appeal. Some customers feel that paying monthly rent indefinitely is just throwing money away. Plus, selling a car with a rented battery can be tricky, because the new owner would also have to take on those ongoing monthly payments. Interestingly, there have been cases in China where insurance companies refused to replace a purchased battery that was externally damaged, leaving the owner in a bind. That's another reason why some customers prefer the rental model, since it completely avoids that risk. So, in short, renting brings convenience and security, while owning offers independence but adds complexity. This data shows how diverse NIO's customer base really is, and how flexible the company's business model has become. So, to wrap it all up, NIO is currently in a fascinating phase of growth. The company's seeing an explosion of new orders, leading to long delivery wait times and a solid production pipeline extending deep into 2026. The upcoming ES9 SUV is set to push boundaries in both design and innovation, showing just how ambitious NIO's premium strategy really is. Yes, there are some early-stage quality hiccups with the ES8, but those seem to be under control and manageable within the company's existing service framework. Meanwhile, customer data gives us a clear window into buyer psychology: the dominance of 6-seater luxury trims, the popularity of black and brown aesthetics, and the growing trust in NIO's battery rental ecosystem all paint a picture of a maturing, confident customer base. If NIO can sustain this demand while ironing out small issues and launching the ES9 successfully, 2026 could become one of its most important years yet. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more stock predictions and market insights. Remember to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Happy investing, and see you in the next video.